Hey everyone, and welcome back to Channel 64. Today, we're going to catch up on all the things that I did actually in the last episode, but didn't have time to show you. So, let's take a look, because I've been a very busy bee. But actually with that, so has everybody else. This is ridiculous. Looks completely different than when I left it. So we'll have to explore town a little bit as well. Looks like we have a few shops popping up. There's a road now. We've got a fountain. That's pretty awesome. So we got here pork on the wild side. Okay, selling some pork. That's nice. We got a jumbo slice running by here. Going into the glow ink shop. Anyways, so in the last episode, I talked about how I was working on getting a starter base going, and still haven't quite done that yet, but we have made some accommodations nearby. So starting things off, not in a particular order here, iron farm. As I mentioned, I was going to put together an iron farm, and this is something very similar to what I've done in the past. Can't really see the zombie, but this is the ENXO4 Day 1 iron farm that, you know, it works. It's great. I think I'll build a more proper iron farm later on, but in the meantime, it's been giving us a ton of iron. I've been using this to trade, which we will get to that here in just a second as well. And then, of course, to feed the iron farm and get some villagers, we have our villager breeder here. So this is something that was a design that I've been using for several seasons now by Logical Geek Boy, and it's been very reliable, and like I said, I've built this at least 4 times now. So we then use those villagers as well to stock a trading hall, which we have down here. So I put this together real quick to get some enchantments. So we've got this whole row with our different librarians, and over here we have a variety of other things, most of which are toolsmiths, weaponsmiths, and armorers, because they take iron for trade, and we can get some quick emeralds that way. You'll notice I have not cured these villagers. I haven't made them, turn them into a zombie and killed, or cured them, not killed them. The reason for that is actually 119 right now has a bug where if you do zombify and cure a villager, it'll actually stop them from refreshing their trades. And unfortunately, I've figured that out the hard way. So that was awkward. I got everybody down to, 1 emerald for their trades, and then I couldn't buy them again. So, oh well. Then, when I was exploring around this area, I found a cave nearby. So as soon as I can find my entrance here. So I had dug down because I heard some zombies, and I was like, well, what's that noise? What is that? So inside here, we have a zombie spawner. And so I went ahead and put together a really quick, just simple spawner XP farm. So that's what this is. It basically goes up this bubble column, comes back down, and ends up in our killing chamber. The magma blocks here are to prevent baby zombies from getting stuck here, because they were getting stuck because I decided for aesthetics using fences, and because there's kind of a half block gap there, sometimes they fall out and get stuck there. Well, now they will die. So the entrance to our XP farm is right down here, and this has worked out pretty well. You can see there's already zombies coming in. Same thing, we have our magma blocks down here to prevent zombies from, or baby zombies from being in here, and we just swipe away and you get your XP. And then of course we also get some other garbage with that. I've been using the rotten flesh to trade with our cleric, but yeah, a lot of this is just kind of garbage. Also, we can take some of these enchanted things and enchant them. And then of course our enchanting setup is right here. Armor-wise, I mean, I'm pretty set. I think everything is pretty much maxed out. We've got our Breaking 3, Protection 4, Depth Strider, Feather Falling and Mending. Protection 3 on this. I could probably get Protection 4. I've got the books for it, so I need to update that. That's pretty much set to go, and same with this. We're all set, except we need respiration 3 instead of 2. But honestly, I don't notice too much, but I've got respiration 3 as well. It's just haven't gotten around to updating that. And oh yeah, my bow is, awesome. So we're all set there. And yeah, what else? So I do have a design, and I have decided where I'm going to put my starter house. It was originally going to be in this area down here, but that is not enough space. So I've started to kind of build this out a little bit, but I may actually tear that down because the design is going to go on top of this hill. It actually is going to incorporate this entire mountain is going to be the starter base. So we're going to have a really cool thing on top. We're going to have some farms on the side and kind of, sprinkled around as we go up the path to the top here. And there will be a walkway that kind of follows all of that. So that is going to be a massive build, and it is contained within all of these chests right here. We have lots of concrete, lots of different mud in different blocks for texturing the mountain, some stone, some sand, lots of sandstone to build up the mountain, lots of sand to build up the mountain because it needs to be bigger, bigger. Because, that's what you think when you think starter house is large and takes a long time to build. That's starter house material right there. So we're going to go ahead and hop into a time lapse and put this thing together because I am so excited for you to see it, and then we can discuss what my plans are for this season. All right, well, it's finished. So, in case you don't recognize this, this is what's called a Met. It is a staple of the Mega Man franchise, and it is now my starter house. It is extremely large. Thankfully, we have lots of space for storage and whatnot inside. So, looking here in free cam, I want to kind of point out some of the different things that I did. So, we have this textured banding that I kind of added to the mountain to make it a little bit more interesting to look at, because before it was just kind of this sandstone sand thing. So I wanted to go ahead and incorporate, some andesite in there, a little bit of the dripstone. We've got some packed mud, and of course stripped jungle logs, and it adds a nice little gradient in there. And then with some of these pipes that I built in, I made them so they're all kind of leaking water, and that adds a little bit of pops of color with the moss and the different azalea, as well as adding some lighting. So we have almost these like structural, wood fences that are in here, with some more lighting in there as well. And then of course, this carries on through onto the other side as well. Oh, I got some scaffolding got to take down. And then, kind of going back to the back here, we have our humble farmers farming away at crops. And so these are actually being picked up by a minecart system. It's gone to the other side here. So this is going back and forth and picking up all the different crops that we have. And it is then depositing them into a central collection area. So this will generate wheat. It's also been generating a little bit of bone meal and even a loaf of bread. So a little bit of everything and some seeds. I went ahead and did end up moving all of my stuff up to the new base. So my starter area is kind of cleaned up aside from these bamboo, which I haven't really decided what to do with those. I may like sprinkle some around, but let's take a look. So got a really long stairway all the way up. And then we have this little area right here, which is where we have the storage for the different, wheat things. And then, so once that comes around, it'll end up depositing itself right here, which then offloads everything. So let's see if we can see that coming. Yeah, it's going back and forth. I think it's still empty. This right here is a micro farm. So what we can do here is we can say, for example, take some of these seeds. So we'll just plant that right there. And then we go ahead and flick this on, and it's going to go ahead and harvest that. Except I did it wrong. Let's try that. So I gotta have these in my offhand. And then what we do is just go ahead and harvest away. And see, we can basically get a ton of stuff with very little effort. All right, got a few stacks and a few stacks of seeds. Now, granted, this is much faster than, say, what's being collected by the villagers, but this is more supposed to be passive. So while I'm doing other things, while other people have this area loaded in because they're up in the village, it's just, keeps everything going. So here we go. Get a better idea of the scale of the Met. It's all out of concrete. Before we go inside, I wanted to also show off this nice little lounge area that we have. So we can kind of come up here, enjoy the sunset and take a look at, the town that we have down there. So it's definitely coming along. And then here's our Met. And so our entrance is actually right there. And originally I was like, well, how am I going to do that? I'm going to have a ladder or whatnot. So slime block launcher, of course. And so I've kind of gotten this, and watch me mess this up, but we're going to... There we go. Perfect. Now, of course, the inside's not really complete yet. I've got my bed. I started to move everything in. So storage-wise, we've got, the body of everything, and I'm probably going to put multiple floors in here. And then, of course, the two different feet, or shoes, I guess, we have storage in here. Right now, I've been populating mostly on this side, and I've started to kind of sort things out a little bit, so I have indicators on the floor what everything is. We have all our sandstone, sand stuff, concrete, and terracotta. May have to expand that if we add more to it. Stone and stone variants, and then of course, we've got wool and basically just everything kind of categorized in here. Mini heads, wood, whatnot, redstone. So it's just a little bit of a basic storage. We're not going to go overkill right now because we are going to be doing a very sophisticated storage system once we get to our mega base. Now, one thing that's bothered me with the whole process of putting everything together is it was a bit difficult to, of course, do all of this without an elytra. So I think we need to go visit a brand new store in town to go ahead and remedy that. Oh, and if I haven't mentioned it before, I did a little off-camera mining, so we're set for a while. So as mentioned before, we have this nice pork shop. But now, aside from that and the ink, we have this Take Light pop-up shop. So we can actually get our elytra. So 1 for 18 diamonds or 2 for 27. And then we have rockets, 1 diamond for 2 stacks. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up 2 elytra just in case we die. So grab those. And then let's get some rockets. So 1 for 2 stacks. Okay, well, let's do 4 stacks. Hello.
Hello.
Oh,
How are you? I'm not gonna lie. I may have. I'm streaming right now, and I may have shown your base quite a bit. But how can I not? It's like a.
It's massive.
It's like a big. It's huge. It's a huge beacon.
Did you go in?
Please look at me.
Did you go inside of it?
No, I didn't want to because I didn't want to spoil it. I didn't have your permission.
Oh, it's fine. You can go in there.
All right, cool. All right, bye. No.
Yeah, let's go.
It's incredible. This is starter house. You're insane. You're nuts. Everyone here is nuts. You're all crazy.
Well,
it
it has a slime block launcher to get inside.
I wanna go on the slime block launcher. Lena has gotten stuck underneath the slime blocks 4 times.
Oh, I've had that
3.
happen to me too.
3.
See, I'm not alone.
Do you got to run? Do you have to run?
You have to run at it.
Ah, that makes sense. Hey, see, first time.
I'm not gonna try.
Or if you
Yeah.
or if you have trouble with it, you just hop inside, and then you can hit the button.
Whee!
Ah, the storage
Okay,
is
wait,
there.
I'm gonna try that. No!
As soon as you push the button, start walking towards the hole.
Yeah.
You gotta run at
This is
it.
really
Okay,
entertaining.
wait, hold up. No!
Oh my goodness gracious me.
But don't you just wanna, you know?
Duds, in all fairness, you are in such a precarious position that it's like really hard not to.
I'm trying to decide if I can jump into the iron farm from here or not.
I was also thinking that, but then.
But then there's the risk of getting stuck in the iron farm and dying.
There's
yeah,
a ladder.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, good point.
Oh, there is a ladder.
Nice.
Easy peasy.
I also made it.
You spawned.
Oh
it.
my gosh.
Oh,
Lena
I found
joined the
another
ranks
hole.
of chaos. Oh, that is the entrance.
I'm
hole.
not gonna try.
Do it. Do it.
Jump, jump,
Peer
jump,
pressure.
jump, jump, jump.
Ha! Hey!
Nice. Hey, look at us.
Yay!
Parkour masters. No fear.
All right, time to take the first flight of the season. That's so nice. Well, that's all the time I have for this episode, so thank you for watching, and tune in next time for more Channel 64 shenanigans. And until next time, safe travels, everyone. Goodbye.